So yeah, I lost a commercial bid. I quoted $18,000 and I didn't get it. In fact, I bid it so high that after they got the estimate, they didn't call me back and haven't replied to any of my emails, right? I follow up, nothing. Now, you might be thinking, Mike, how did you mess up this bad? You have a ton of experience with big commercial quotes, years in the game, you're an old dude, you should have known better. What happened? And yeah, I didn't get the job. I bid it way too high, and I'm gonna tell you why that happened. And by the way, anything up actually. Every quote I do is by design. Every quote is done with purpose. Every quote is based on my company's numbers, as well as numerous other factors that all come into play when determining how I price every single job. So y'all saw the video the other day. I got a call. They needed a building done in a hurry. I went to look at it. It was on a Thursday and they needed it done by the following Wednesday. And because of all the foot traffic in and out of the building all day, we would only be able to get in there and do our work on Saturday and Sunday. Now, it was a decent sized building. And once I got there, they added on all the sidewalks as well as some retaining walls and a couple other little things around the property. A small job, this was not. So based on the scope of work, my bid was high. It was high by design. It was high because I know my market and I know that there are only a few other companies that could get in there who could do the job well, have the manpower and the right equipment to knock it out in the time frame that they were requesting. My guys had already worked a full week. We had a full day scheduled for all crews on the next day, which was Friday, and I had not talked to anybody about working on that weekend. This was short notice. It came up out of nowhere. And because I respect my guys, I respect my employees, I never demand anything like that. So I asked if they'd like to work and I schedule accordingly. But before I even sent over the estimate, I called the guys and asked who was able to work. And unfortunately, the two lead guys that I got, the guys that I trust the most, they had previous engagements. And because it was so short notice, they really weren't that thrilled about the idea of changing their plans. And I was not comfortable sending anybody else out there without them. And I certainly don't want to spend my weekend out there supervising, but would be willing to if the customer is willing to pay what I was asking. So this goes back to scarcity. In the last video, I had said that because they were under the gun as far as timing, I felt that I was in the driver's seat. Unfortunately, that was not the case in this scenario. There have been times when I've taken this approach and it paid off, but I'm not upset that we didn't get it because I was the one determining what I would be willing to charge, not what they would be willing to pay us. Okay, clearly they chose somebody else, somebody that was maybe a little bit more hungry, and there's nothing wrong with that. If I wanted the job, I could have bid it in a manner in which I knew I would have had a better chance to secure it. But I enjoy my family time, I enjoy my me time, and I don't force my guys to work on the weekends. So it is what it is. But I'm going to stop right now for a second because the next thing that I'm going to talk about is understanding your numbers and how to quote with accuracy based on your business. And I'm going to talk about some of the things in our new app, which is called 𝗤𝘂𝑟𝑒. But I wanted to let you know that we are giving away a free pressure washing business starter kit. There's going to be a 4 gallon per minute pressure washer, a 20-inch surface cleaner, and 100 feet of high pressure hose. All you have to do is download the app. It's on the Play Store and it's on the App Store. So you download it, you leave us a review, and then you email us the review. Everything is in the description and the first comment below. So if you want to register for that, check it out. Okay, so how you quote is more than just averages and it's more than numbers. And you obviously have to understand all of those things and you have to understand them well. But some aspects of quoting relate back to how you run your business, how good your marketing is, how good that lead flow is, which allows you to make decisions like the one that I made. And if you don't have a ton of work, if you're not scheduled out, you don't have jobs lined up, then you don't really have the ability to price the way that I did, or walk away from jobs if you're not getting paid what you think you should get paid based on the circumstances you're presented with. In this particular scenario, I valued my time more than money, which was the major factor in how I quoted and subsequently lost this job. However, had they paid my price, I definitely would have valued that money more than my time, and I would have been out there supervising on the weekend. So another factor to consider when quoting these jobs, and something that will prevent you from underbidding a potential job, not like this where I completely overbid it with intent, but underbidding is something that can absolutely screw your business over. Not only that, but if you underbid something so significantly, a lot of times people are not going to go with you because they think you don't know what you're doing. It's not always about the lowest price. Say that there are 3 bids and 2 guys are really close to each other, and then there's one that's just significantly lower, so cheap. That will throw up red flags, and those red flags equate to people not getting jobs. Decision makers are smart. Decision makers are in that position because they make good decisions, and they understand that somebody that is really cheap probably not the best choice and somebody they don't want to put their trust in. And if you watch my channel, you know we talk about pricing quite a bit. We talk about quoting quite a bit, but I never give you guys prices, right? I'm never going to tell you what you should quote on a job because everybody's business is different. We all have different overhead, and that is why it's so important for you to understand your business. your business. You got to know your numbers, and you need to base your pricing on your numbers. And because this is so important and critical to your business, we've included an hourly rate calculator in 𝗤𝘂IQ. Now, this feature allows you to enter all of your company expenses, your insurance, your vehicle expenses, gas, chemicals, taxes. Every cost that you incur needs to be captured and attributed to know how to properly price. And that's what this hourly rate calculator does. You enter all of your data, including what you pay yourself, if you've got employees, what you pay them. And let me also say that 𝗤𝘂IQ has an amazing free version that allows you to create estimates, send those estimates to customers, create invoices, as well as collect payment from your customers. And that's all for free. But the cost calculator takes all of your data and it comes up with what your break-even hourly price should be. That means it will tell you what you need to charge per hour to break even. Then you have the ability to enter your margin percentage to determine what your hourly target rate is going to be, right? Based on what your margin expectations are. So you can put in 50%, 80%, whatever that number is, whatever it is that you want, right? And then the cool part is now you're able to do a hybrid method of quoting. You can choose to go square foot or linear foot, or flip the toggle and go over to hourly rate. You can then compare the two and see what's the best fit for this particular job. Again, understanding your numbers, understanding what your target hourly rate should be is going to prevent you from underbidding, losing money, and that is absolutely essential if you want to have a long-term successful business. All right, guys, so that is it. I hope this video helped. Yeah, I lost a job. I'm not upset. You win some, you lose some. You can't have them all. There's enough work out there for everybody. That's something to remember. I just hope whoever did get that job didn't lose their ass on it. Don't forget to check out 𝗤𝘂IQ and register for the Pressure Washing Business Starter Kit. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.